Have you ever met someone who can recall entire pages of a book after just a glance, or remember conversations word for word years later? This rare ability is often called photographic memory, and while it sounds like something out of science fiction, there are real cases of people who seem to possess it. Photographic memory, sometimes referred to as eidetic memory, is the ability to recall visual information with extreme precision. Unlike ordinary memory, which tends to fade or change over time, eidetic memory allows a person to see an image in their mind almost as clearly as if it were still in front of them. Most scientists agree that true photographic memory, where someone can perfectly recall anything they have ever seen, has never been proven. But there are extraordinary individuals whose memory abilities come remarkably close. One famous case is that of Jill Price, an American woman who has what researchers call highly superior autobiographical memory, or HSAM. She can remember nearly every day of her life in vivid detail, including dates, events, and even the weather. If you ask her what she did on a random day 20 years ago, she can describe it as if it happened yesterday. Another well-known example is Solomon Cherishevsky, a Russian journalist studied in the early 20th century. He was able to memorize long lists of words, numbers, and even complex mathematical formulas without effort. His unusual memory was so strong that he could recall them years later. However, possessing such memory is not always a gift. Jill Price has said that living with HSAM can be overwhelming, as she cannot forget painful or trivial details. Imagine remembering every mistake or embarrassing moment in your life with perfect clarity. It can become a burden as much as a blessing. Scientists are still unsure how these memories are stored. In ordinary brains, information passes through short-term memory before reaching long-term storage. But in individuals with extraordinary memory, something allows the brain to encode and retrieve vast amounts of detail far more efficiently. Brain scans of people with HSAM show differences in the structures related to memory and emotion. These areas may be more active or better connected, allowing memories to remain vivid for decades. But photographic memory is not the same as good memory. Many people can train themselves to memorize facts, numbers, or patterns using techniques like the method of loci, also known as the memory palace. This is not photographic memory. It is a clever strategy to improve recall. True eidetic ability is mostly seen in children, who can sometimes recall images with stunning clarity for a short time. As the brain matures, this ability usually fades. Adults rarely display true eidetic recall. Another fascinating case is Kim Peek, the savant who inspired the movie Rain Man. He could read 2 pages of a book simultaneously, one with each eye, and memorize them almost instantly. By the time of his death, he had remembered the contents of over 12,000 books. Yet, even Kim Peek did not have a flawless photographic memory. His recall was vast, but not perfect, and his ability came with developmental differences that made his mind function unlike most others. Some researchers argue that what we call photographic memory may actually be a mix of exceptional memory skills, neurological differences, and obsessive focus. Instead of a mental camera, it could be the result of unique brain wiring. Interestingly, technology has helped study these abilities more deeply. Brain imaging allows scientists to see how memory champions activate certain regions, while genetic research may someday reveal whether memory extremes are linked to inherited traits. Still, the question remains, is true photographic memory real, or is it a myth? While extraordinary cases exist, no one has ever demonstrated the ability to recall an entire book page by page with absolute precision after a single glance. Even so, stories of people with superhuman memory remind us of the incredible potential of the human brain. They show us that memory is not fixed, it varies widely, and in rare individuals it can seem almost limitless. But it also highlights the downsides. For those with HSAM, forgetting is almost impossible. And sometimes, forgetting is necessary to move on, to heal, and to grow. Our brains, for most of us, are designed to filter. We forget unnecessary details and remember what matters most. In this way, memory is not just storage, but survival. Photographic memory remains one of the most intriguing subjects in neuroscience. Whether real or exaggerated, it pushes us to ask, what are the limits of human memory? Could training, technology, or future discoveries unlock this ability in more people? For now, we know that extraordinary memory exists, but it is rare, complex, and not always what we imagine. So the next time you forget where you put your keys, don't be discouraged. Remember that memory is as much about what we let go as it is about what we hold on to. And somewhere out there, a few remarkable individuals carry minds that remember almost everything. Stay curious, because the mysteries of the human brain are far from solved. And for more explorations into the fascinating powers of nature, science, and the mind, make sure to subscribe and keep watching here on the Intriguing Facts channel.